And the Nickelodeon thing. Perfect. Now, I'm just gonna say it quickly because I'm not gonna cover it, to be honest. It's just another freaking guy who diddles the fiddle with kids. It's just disgusting. So I just, until the story actually comes entirely out, then I'm gonna maybe cover it, but right now, for F's sake, and by the way, I am not in fear to actually make the person mad, because I do not give a F. I already attacked Dark Viper, I already attacked freaking, how is he called, the last one, the guy with the freaking, I don't remember how his name even is, with the glasses. And I also attack is the wrong word. I also made a video about a lot of people that are freaking, the toxicity just blended out of them. I'm actually quite acquainted with that, but in the end, it's just not, it's gonna be covered to death, and I want to cover it when the full story is out. And yes, the guy is definitively a freaking pedophile. You know what this says, a predator. So yeah, but the other interesting thing is actually Chris Tyson. What the F is this about? How did it backfire? This is something I don't know. So let's just start. By the way, if you like my content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, press the notification button, and show me and Rev some love. So let's start.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to go over some updates regarding the Chris Tyson situation. So 2 days ago we left off on this apology post from Tyson where they attempted to address the various allegations they're facing, including...
Okay, I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If it hurt or offended anyone, come on, no matter what you say or do, there is always somebody that's get offended by it. Let's just get this out of the way. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Whoa, the girl got bit in the ass, pretty hard. What happened?
Including allegations that they're having inappropriate conversations with minors. However, since then, a lot is...
Okay, and the next one. No, wait, this is the MrBeast guy, isn't he? Or the trans. Damn it. Is he? She? It? Is this someone? No, yeah. Oh, okay, it's him.
Has happened. Number one, a small detail that I wanted to point out. When I took a screenshot from the day all these allegations were coming forward and Tyson made their first response, you can see their profile was not verified. However, the next day, you will see this blue checkmark, meaning they're a Twitter Blue subscriber, and now have monetization active on their account so they can make...
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Smart move. Monetizing the drama. Really a smart move. Respect where respect is due. Still a freaking kid fiddler should be castrated instantly. Or no, just put him in freaking between a few people that aren't that enticed, not harming people, and it will clear itself.
Make ad revenue when people...
Oh, wait. No, I effed up. It's fine. Good. Sorry.
View their account and their tweets.
No,
this is either the worst timing of a previously filed application, or this is an intentional effort by Tyson to monetize their own cancellation. But anyways, ever since the allegations have come forward, a lot of people have turned to MrBeast, waiting for a response because he has been close and his content has been closely tied to Tyson for many years. However, late on the 24th, MrBeast would make this response saying, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focusing on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions, I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. Now,
you know what? Good. That's the correct way of doing it. Just cut her, him. I don't know how he calls himself. If it's a he or a him, don't care at this point. It's a freaking child diddler, so excuse moi that I don't give a F about that one. But yeah, that's actually quite good. I find it extremely amusing, to be honest. And yes, I am not the nicest guy on the world, and I'm trying to actually go in a way where I don't harm or do or just disturb other people, but if you do something horrific like that, at some point, just get the F out.
Now, there's a lot to unpack here. Number one, it seems to contradict some of the claims of Tyson in their post where they said this was a mutual decision for Tyson to walk away. And based on MrBeast's statement, it seems more like a termination of Tyson's employment with MrBeast. On top of that, we now have to look at some more updates regarding the first victim in the situation, where the first set of allegations came out revolving around this individual named Lava, and there was Discord and other private...
Okay, let's stop this a bit, because I actually thought about it for 5 seconds right now, and it's actually just saying that MrBeast didn't kick you out, but you ended it mutually, sounds way better than, well, MrBeast kicked me out because I am a pedo. Yeah. So, yeah, definitively just trying to save their own ass here. And if I were I would, yeah, and I think that MrBeast acted here particularly well, because at the end of the day, you cannot know what people you associate with do all the time. Like, let's be honest here. Yeah, and you might even, to a certain degree, you might even be, in a way, even sympathetic with them, or just like them per se, or just be thankful that they helped you in a certain way. And at some point, if you just, well, if there is something like that, you just have to decide what's more important, as sad as it is.
Messages that were shared where Lava at one point was as young as 13 when they were having these conversations with Tyson, who at the time was...
Oh, Lava, you poor lad. Whoa, 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 whoa.
20 years old. And this would go on for years, where there would be inappropriate conversations between Tyson and this then minor. Well, initially, the Lava individual, the minor who used to have these conversations with Tyson, came forward and said that this was all just edgy jokes, and that they did not believe that Tyson was guilty of anything, and basically this was all some sort of a myth.
These are massive, and twisting the truth. I have never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on those videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? No. If it's true, it's true. And if I was on Lava, probably, maybe he thinks that, but what's more probable, the Chris guy is freaking from MrBeast, is associated with him. Of course, Lava will freaking shit his pants in fear that MrBeast will somehow retaliate. Of course he will. This is scary if you actually want to reach something on YouTube, because MrBeast has a lot of reach, plus Chris, just because by the fact that he known MrBeast, but well, MrBeast disassociated with him, so that's a really good point. That's a really good thing making. So I think now he's a bit safer, and as Rev started to saying, I assume that the guy actually came out and said something different after this, but let's just hear it.
Misunderstanding, and Tyson leaned into this so hard that they put this into their statement.
I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in those accusations at Lava Gas has vocally supported that they are false.
And said this.
Okay.
I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations at Lava has vocally supported that they are false. They were relying on the victim saying nothing bad happened here. And guess what happens? Earlier this morning, Lava comes out and says, after reviewing everything that happened on Discord and other various messages they had with Tyson when they were a minor, they look at it now and they say, yup, this stuff was in fact inappropriate and wrong, and that their memory of the situation wasn't the best, and now that they've reflected on these messages, they know something wrong happened here. So basically this dismantled the only and very bad defense that Tyson had at this point. And on top of that, another person has come forward. This is now at least the third potential victim to come forward. Another individual has released several statements and videos on Twitter claiming...
Well, yes, and by the way, I don't believe a person until they actually prove that they were, sadly, diddled. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. Everyone says that it's already proven, so just gonna follow up on that one. And even people that I actually trust in things like that said, no, this is basically proven. So I'm gonna be honest. It is what it is, mates. It is what it is.
Claiming that Tyson from MrBeast preyed upon them when they were 15 years old, and that is just another blow to Tyson at this point. And we're now sitting here with a lot of evidence against Tyson, a lot of very concerning behavior, but there's something very strange going on in social media and in the journalism space. A lot of people are directing their focus and their anger to things that are secondary and not the direct actions of Tyson, in particular, the messages they shared with minors. You can see right off the...
Really? Oh, Dr. Disrespect, I meant him.
...bat. The journalists covering this are in...
Really? Dr. Disrespect knowingly sent explicit messages to a major front Twitch employee, says, banned from the platform in 2020 over inappropriate texts to an underage girl. The streamer continues to insist he did nothing wrong. Ava Christ Tyson step away from all things MrBeast amid transphobic attacks. That's why accused of grooming a minor. The Gershwin, now 20 years old, refused the claim.
Incredibly by.
So yeah, but this is... Can you see the difference between those two? It's quite nasty, isn't it? This is pretty far, like, those are two really different articles. This is okay.
Biased.
And the Nickelodeon thing. Perfect. Perfection. I love this photo. This photo is, as you say, a chef's kiss. Nice.
You can see two situations that were very, very similar and happened within the last month or two being covered completely differently. So about a month ago, Dr. Disrespect was caught having inappropriate conversations with a minor. You can see the headline here. It's right in the headline that they were messaging a minor. Explicit messages, right? Then Tyson gets caught with evidence. We actually get to see the messages, unlike with the Dr. Disrespect situation, where they had inappropriate conversations with potentially multiple minors. And this is the headline stating Ava Chris Tyson steps away from all things MrBeast amid transphobic attacks. You can see the narrative that is being spun right here by Rolling Stone. In fact, this would be reflected by some of the outrage on social media currently, where Penguin Zero, aka Charlie, made a video going over everything that happened, talking about the messages and the other disturbing behavior of Tyson over the years.
Give me a second. Apologize for that one. Somebody called me. What's important? Let's start. 22 minutes and doesn't... okay.
This person with a tweet that has 60,000 likes says this. 22 minutes and doesn't once refer to her by her actual pronouns. So disappointing to see Moist Critical refuse to be an actual ally of the LGBT community just to appease the transphobes in his audience.
Okay.
Literally every other person got referred to.
Katie Empress, F you. a child got fiddled, I do not care if somebody uses the correct pronouns from a pedo. Honestly, this is your problem, the pronouns. Not that somebody diddled a kid. Get your priorities straight.
By their pronouns except Ava. So these people seem to be more concerned about the fact that Charlie didn't refer to Tyson as she or her than they are the actual disturbing behavior that Tyson's been caught doing, including messaging multiple minors. It's clown world, ladies and gentlemen. And also, just let me share how I do things too. Like in situations like this, where you have someone like Tyson, I just refer to them by their name. Like that's the most basic way of doing it. That is something that is consistent. Their name has always been Tyson or had a part Tyson. So just refer to them as Tyson. That's it. It's a simple way of going about things. But apparently, somehow that is an appeal to transphobes by referring to someone by their actual name and not going out of your way to refer to them with their pronouns in their bio. But anyways, there's also another route in all this that has taken a life of its own.
I basically said the same thing as he did, so I mean,
so one of the things I briefly talked about in my video covering this 2 days ago is the potential connection between Tyson and Shadman. So
oh no, if you don't know who Shadman is, and at that time, there was a time where I was like, okay, he does what he does, but right now I am actually of a different mindset that Shadman is a fiend. Like he's not mentally well. You may say what you want, but that's what I think in this case. And oh boy.
Shadman is a very controversial artist, not just for making things like lolicon and edgy art. They have made actual artwork depicting sexualized images of specific real-life children they're using as a reference.
Yep. And this is the discussing part, not the lolicon. The lolicon I don't care about. The children part. That's bad. Don't do that. That's really effing bad. It's disgusting. Why would you draw someone's child? It was specifically Keemstar. If I find it, I'm gonna post it. Yeah, it should be like... I found out some clips and this is just... You see the reaction of Keemstar, like this is just disgusting.
That is CP, that is exploiting children, and that's why Shadman is a disgraced artist. However, in the wake of everything happening with Tyson, I have seen multiple threads on multiple social media platforms where people are going out of their way to try to track down every single person who's ever interacted with Shadman through the years. And this thread, and many like it, contain people who have had one Twitter public interaction with Shadman, interactions that existed before he had ever made any artwork depicting specific real-life children. It is really just a witch hunt. I just want to give you an idea.
Yeah, I agree with him. This isn't a good way to go about it. I mean, track down the people that actually interacted with him regularly. That actually maybe even got a bit of his art. Was friendly with him for a long time, because you may actually not know the person that's behind it. Can happen. But not the people that actually just talked to him once. It could be that they just didn't know him. Like, let's be fair there.
Idea of how ridiculous some of these examples are. Because even if there are good examples of someone who might have a closer tie to Shadman, it loses a lot of momentum in threads like this when you see people like Aki Dearest being mentioned for an Instagram post she made in 2017, where in the background you can see artwork that she purchased from Shadman. Now, what's that?
Wait, the F? It's drawn good. It's not like there isn't anything wrong about specifically this art. Okay, she bought it from someone like him, but yeah, benefit of the doubt, maybe she know it. Shadman instrument is now protector, so I've been using add cover color to quick recolor my hair, and it's been doing wonders. It took a couple times to get it through. I'm getting what bulls have to with my
artwork.
okay.
It is literally safe for work SpongeBob memes. You're trying to cancel someone for this. It really takes the momentum and the seriousness out of the entire thread, which contains dozens and dozens of people with varying interactions with Shadman over the years.
Yep, this is bad.
In fact, let's remind ourselves what connection we have. A lot of people are wondering and considering the connection between Tyson and Shadman, because was he interested in the artwork that did depict specific real life children, or is he just casually interacting? But one thing a lot of people are getting wrong is they believe that this artwork that has been shown to be purchased by Tyson featured real children or a specific child, but in this case it did not. It was just lolicon art. It wasn't any of the artwork featuring those specific children like Keemstar's daughter, for example. But this has been used to go after not just Tyson, but also MrBeast. This is a screenshot from a video from back in 2017. This portion of the video has been edited out. However, you can see at one brief moment, you can see MrBeast looking directly at the artwork from Shadman that Tyson owned. This was their house, this was their apartment, and you can see MrBeast looking directly at it. And now people are trying to accuse MrBeast of looking at literal CP. You can see this post with nearly 30,000 likes stating this, quoting MrBeast, saying, in quotes, "I become aware of the recent Tyson situation," end quote. "LOL, this pic is at least 7 years old. Stinky, this is not looking good for you." And you can see the captions they added saying "you," pointing down to MrBeast, and then pointing at this uncensored image saying CP art purchased by Tyson. Now, the fact that they are classifying CP as art is already a very weird thing to do.
Good point. Very good point. As I see it, CP isn't really art. I mean, maybe it's just casually said like, yeah, this is not in a way of not in a way of endorsement, but as a point out that it was drawn or something like that. Benefit of the doubt in this case, but still.
But on top of that, they claim this is CP, obviously would be implying it's illegal, and then they reposted it uncensored to all of these thousands of users. In fact, this tweet has nearly 7 million views. So you think this is actual CP, but you shared it uncensored to 7 million people.
Yep.
Now, they had a response for that where someone raised a similar critique, and they replied by saying, "The image is so far back on the wall that nothing is clearly discernible, and zooming in acts as a form of pixelation. Where I've posted the photo clear/enlarged, I've pixelated it. Hope this helps. CP aficionado."
Pig, you fucked up. Admit it, own it, live with it.
So basically, they're running with the
Damn, really, honestly. Like, if you F up, you F up, that's all, but admit it.
defense that they're like, my clients here, they can't be guilty because the picture is blurry. That is their defense here. It's an absolutely insane thing to do. And then they counter by falsely accusing another person of doing this sort of behavior. It's very crazy, but I'm glad this user brought up something that I didn't even realize. I've actually talked about this account before on this channel where they made similar bizarre accusations against people, and that time it involved a cosplayer named Yuki.
Oh, okay. So this is the same person that called a woman pedo for existing as herself. No wonder the bar for intelligence here is rock bottom. Okay, so Hey, remember this year old death, blah, blah, blah. Oh, her bring does. Yeah, she actually did it. Huh. Well, hunt Cloud.
She is someone who has unfortunately been a part of this related discourse multiple times for a cosplay she did about 2 years ago. She was then 22 years old.
Damn, she looks young. I'm gonna be honest, if initially someone actually gets the idea that this isn't kosher, I personally understand that. But still, this person is truly, because I remember the situation, yes, this person is actually a full-grown adult. So, nothing wrong here.
Cosplaying as Tatsumaki, and people have claimed...
Oh, this is Tatsumaki. Yeah, and this is her big sister. I don't remember her name. Damn, okay.
That nice. This was pedo baiting. Yes, a 22-year-old woman cosplaying as a 28-year-old fictional character is somehow predatory. And they do that because she is short. She is 4'10" or 11, I believe.
Damn.
And that person we just mentioned with the MrBeast claims also said this about Yuki, saying, I do think if a dude is into this, he's probably a latent pedophile. Yeah. So she's basically criminalizing a grown woman existence, basically. By virtue of being short, she is, anyone who's attracted to her is predatory. It's a...
like, come on. Dev, the freaking... Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Yeah, if you... Peg, you're out of your mind. Thank you for exposing her, Rev, and for the guy that actually did a very good thing of actually doing this, and even Dev. Nice.
A very strange thing to say, but they would go on in the replies to further clarify, saying, her being 22 doesn't really matter when the entire reason you...
Oh, nice joke. Okay. Being 22 doesn't matter. Yeah, fine. Okay. If never try to reason with people who didn't come to their conclusion without reasoning. Just gonna say that.
Coom over her is because she could pass very easily for a child. It's the IRL equivalent of, yes, this character looks 5, but is actually 9,000-year-old demon. So number one, their claim here is hinging upon the logic that age is just a number, which is an argument you see from what kind of people exactly. But on top of that,
just think about that one.
Again, it's like telling on yourself, why are you looking at a 22-year-old woman and immediately thinking of children? It's very strange. And of course, Yuki would defend herself, basically quoting what she's saying and saying, right, okay, and then gets immediately blocked. Like, this person has the nerve to make these ridiculous accusations, and then as soon as you're met with any sort of resistance, you block and run away. And also, people have shared other very odd tweets from this account where someone said, Japan is based, and they replied saying, it's a socially stunted place full of people who haven't quite figured out why it's bad to watch animated CP and is now slowly collapsing under the weight of its own socially and sexually inept bugginess.
Damn.
Japan peaked 40 years ago and has done nothing.
I'm actually like thinking about this one. Does she even know what she's saying? Does she realize that her words don't make sense? And I mean it. I mean, I also talk mad shit sometimes. So, I don't know.
Nothing but churn out the cultural equivalent of baby food sense, and now it's choking on it. That's probably the least xenophobic Twitter user nowadays. But anyways, as other users have replied to the user we've been mentioning, your time would be much better spent not labeling things like this as CP, which leads to false reports and federal resources being wasted on things that are inactual. Why don't you save this energy for the actual legal things going on here? And again,
Yep. As he says, yes. Okay.
we're so lost in the plot. People are more angry at the people who are interacting with Shadman than they are with Shadman, and they're more angry about people misgendering Tyson than they are Tyson for messaging a minor, and so on and so forth. It's
In effing your words, yes. And isn't this just a freaking stupid thing? Isn't it? Why would you be more mad about a literal effing child being really just... I don't know.
absolutely crazy how people are taking a pretty cut and dry bad situation and trying to run with this for their own agenda, what have you, while ignoring the heart of the issue and taking attention away from the fact that Tyson is facing allegations of talking inappropriately with multiple minors over the course of several years. But for now, that's going to do it for this video.
Rev freaking legend, thank you again. And what can I say except disgusting behavior? But let's be honest, Tyson will probably get away with it scot-free. I just don't believe that this will have any real consequences against him just because of the pure fact that he's associated with MrBeast. Even if he disassociated himself, this won't do really anything, as sad as it is. But well, as it is, acolytes, good night.